Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivey.
Hey there, and welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegasy drinking goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and this week we went back in time. I forgot we said that all week.
Oh yeah, we had it. We made up a term.
And we'll have to talk about that when we get to that. But first, welcome live studio audience.
Welcome. Also, welcome to live chat room.
Without further ado, it's going to be a heavy-duty drinking extravaganza.
I like the glasses already. Look at that.
Look at this.
Fancy.
So let's get right to cocktail of the week.
Do it.
I just noticed my background to that was like an alley.
An alley?
It was like an alley. It was like a creepy alley. All right.
Creepy.
Since we did something very rockabilly, very tiki, very surf this week, we're gonna make a famous tiki drink. These are rough, man. We did Daddy-O. These are rough. We did Mai Tais before, but we had an expert come in to do them. Mm-hmm. We did zombies before, and we had experts from Frankie's Tiki Room to come in to do them. They're rough. The tiki drinks are pretty major, so we're gonna try one. I've already forgot one ingredient, which was the sherry, which I don't know why you put sherry in it, but without further ado, look at the list of ingredients, and ladies and gentlemen, the fog cutter. Careful how you say that. Look at that. Light rum, gin, brandy, orange juice, lemon juice, and Orgeat syrup, which I love, by the way. We have the Trader Joe's premium Orgeat almond. It's basically an almond syrup is what it is. It's in a lot of tiki drinks.
So delicious.
It smells like Christmas on the beach. Anyway. So let's try one.
Nice.
You're going to have to walk me through every step of this. It's major.
Okay, so you're making two in a cocktail shaker with ice. So it's going to be 3 ounces of light rum.
That's how tiki drinks start. That's for sure. 3 ounces.
Fog cutter sounds more like a pirate drink or like a seafaring drink.
It's a major Don the Beachcomber invented tiki drink. Well, they got to cut the fog. So you said 3 ounces.
Yes.
So that's 1.5 ounces twice. See the math there?
You're good at math.
See that? And why am I doing this? The little handle comes off. It's a lot easier.
I don't know. Okay. You learn it every week.
I relearn it. What's that?
An ounce of gin.
1 ounce of gin. We're going to polish off this gin.
You got a little extra.
Yeah, enough for one more later.
1 ounce of brandy.
Now that's getting strange.
The fine plastic bottle Christian Brothers. We got.
Only the best. How much of this?
1 ounce.
Same as the gin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
2 ounces of orange juice.
Getting pretty full over here.
Should you shake?
Rattle and roll. How much of this?
Are you going to overflow? 2 ounces of orange juice.
Okay, so that's not a whole lot of orange juice.
You're getting pretty full there.
As long as it'll fit in here, that'll definitely fit in there. That's what the guy taught us from the Royal next door.
Okay, 6 tablespoons of lemon juice.
6. Now, how do I do that?
Just do that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay. What's 6 tablespoons? You tell me.
Here, I can do it.
But you do it.
It's a big squeeze. Look.
You're my main squeeze.
1. Whoops.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
There you go. A little splashing, kind of messy, but
all right.
It's in there.
That's it?
Okay. Let me shake and strain.
Shake and strain. That's you and I. That should be our new names, our stage names. Shake and strain.
Can I be shake? I don't want to be strained.
You were straining there a minute ago.
It's not.
All right. And we're pouring these into tiki mugs, by the way.
Ice-filled tiki mugs.
Oh. I'm glad I brought the scoop.
Oh.
What's that?
Sorry, yep, Scott's right. Scott is paying attention.
Oh, where's the Orgate?
Sam's on it. Okay, we missed how do you pronounce that?
Orgate?
Orgate. I was going to call it orgeat. And you need 3 teaspoons.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. There you go.
Okay, that's just a sweetener, basically. It's an almond-flavored sweetener. But we were at when we were drinking with
Good catch, lady.
with Scott and Wayne and all the big extravaganza that one night. The guys at Caesars used rock candy syrup instead of simple syrup. They used so this would also work for that too. If you want a little flavor in your sweetener. All right, fog cutter. You're not gonna be able to see it, but wow. All right, shake it, strain.
It's got a nice color.
It does. It's
Kind of foggy.
Look at that. It filled 2 tiki mugs. I wouldn't have thought it was gonna.
Do you have straws back there?
I do have straws. In the box of straws.
Ooh, imagine that.
And they're bendy straws. There you go. Nothing like a tiki drink with a bendy straw. It's supposed to have a little teaspoon of sherry on it, right?
Yes, top with a teaspoon of sweet sherry. That's good. It's rather lemony, though.
Yeah, it's a little too lemony. I think that was.
Don't let me make the drink.
I think that was not the right amount of lemon juice.
I like it.
Could be sweeter. Well, if you're doing it at home, you might have a tablespoon laying around.
I think you need a little bit more of the Orgate.
We need something a little sweeter.
Because it's real kind of tart.
Okay.
Oh, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Wow. Okay. Whoa. That was a little much.
That was a lot. I'm gonna have
taste like Christmas
the
on the
almond,
beach.
the almond cutter.
All right, let's try that.
Whoa, that's a lot better.
That's a lot better. Yeah.
Woo!
It's too much lemon juice. We're fine now. Okay. Anyway.
So kids, if you mess up on the lemon juice, just add a little bit of almond in there.
Oh,
and
no,
you'll be
just
fine.
don't mess up on the lemon juice. But I would. Okay.
Drunk term.
Drunk term.
This week's drunk term is booze muscle.
The only muscles we got.
I got 2 of those.
I work out.
I work out. This is a marked increase in courage and combat abilities linked to heavy alcohol consumption. I get that sometimes.
We flexed our booze muscle this week.
We didn't get feisty, though,
No, but.
with others.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, anyway, let's. If you want to get a hold of us, there's several ways to do that. Email pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. I'm trying to wipe off my notes because this is all sticky.
Sorry.
All this Orgate and stuff. Pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. The great KSHP now on Saturdays. You can listen to us on Saturday noon to whenever we stop. I can't stop drinking it. It's so good. We're on, what's the other one?
Roku.
Well, before that, Twitter.
There's so many places.
We're the LV locals. The whole network is Vegas Video Network. Roku, all the rage for the kids these days. iTunes, kids like the iTunes, and YouTube.
That's right.
We are all over. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, you could do it right on the website.
It's so easy.
And there was a name for it that I was watching Living in Las Vegas last night because I was on it. And Scott mentioned that that's called something. He didn't just call it the little button on the right-hand side of the screen. He called it something else.
It had a name?
It had a name.
It's called the fancy right-hand button.
That's what I call it. But
Press it or click it and talk.
click it and talk.
We'd love to hear from you.
Without further ado, let's get on to our pub crawl adventure.
After a station ID.
Yes.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit vegasvideonetwork.com.
And he's cleaning.
Well, I'm
Look
using
at that.
an ice cube because we got sticky right there. Now it's like every time I was doing this,
You're sticking.
I was sticking. Anyway, boy, were we foxy. That was the term we came up with this week.
Yes, we were quite foxy.
We were feeling foxy. Now, this is some inside baseball, but we'll explain why we felt foxy. We went to the 15th annual Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly weekend at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. And I got to tell you, that was something else.
That was a very long weekend.
It was long and one of the funnest weekends I've ever had.
Ever?
Yes. It was literally on the list. It was one of those epic, you'll remember when you're on your deathbed kind of weekend. It was so great. It seems like I say that every week, but this was so great. Yeah. Real quick, we felt foxy because we were walking around the car show. We'll get to all this. And I was like...
And pretty much the whole, like, convention area.
Right, I felt like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future because everybody looked like they were from the 50s.
Yeah, because we didn't dress. We just dressed like ourselves and went. So we're like,
and everybody else had
so
like pompadours and like rolled up sleeves.
The big skirts.
Yeah, poodles and all that. And we're walking around like, man, I was looking for Doc. Like, don't let anybody see us. That was my terrible Christopher Lloyd. So we kind of did feel a little Michael J. Fox. But okay. So anyway, what this thing is, I kind of gave kind of a little rundown. You want to kind of give us what that is right there?
Sure. Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Weekender is so many things, such as live music, DJs, the world's finest car show, rockabilly, western swing, surf, honky-tonk, blues, and other roots music.
Right. It was a music festival convention at the Orleans. It took the entire Orleans. The place was literally wall-to-wall greasers, or whatever they're called.
We've been trying to go for years, but every time we think about it, it's already sold out.
And here's why I realized why that happens. They have 8,000 tickets, wristbands for the weekend, and that's it. If you don't have a wristband, you can't get to any of the events. Outside of the car show, we'll get to that in a second. So they have 8,000 tickets, and those sell out 6 months before it happened. So this time we happened to look at the website 6 months ago and go, oh my God, they're on sale. They're like $115. Well worth it.
Which we thought before was too much.
Yes.
Because we always kind of thought about the last minute, even though we couldn't have got them anyway.
Right.
So it's 4 days. It's Thursday through Sunday.
And when they say 4 days, they literally mean it starts at like noon on Thursday, and there's a band every 20 minutes in different rooms, and it goes till Sunday.
5 a.m.
Monday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning as the last band starts. I mean,
so I felt so sad. I had to leave to, actually sleep to go to work on Monday. It's like, man, there's like 10 more bands that are going to come up.
Let's start at the beginning. Thursday, we didn't know what we were missing, so it was no big deal because I hadn't been yet. I started on Thursday. We didn't go because we had to work, and we didn't go Friday either during the day because we had to work. We thought, well, what's the big deal? We don't know what we're missing anyway. We went Friday night. It was like going to a Star Trek convention or or Comic-Con or any of our conventions where you go Friday night, and Friday night is so long that it seems like a whole day. Like, that's why the weekend seems so incredibly long. So we went Friday night and just went and saw bands. We had what do they call it? The vendor room was insanely cool. All this old vintage stuff, like literally not remade to look vintage. They had a lot of actual.
Some of that, but a lot of handmade clothing, but a lot of actual vintage.
Right, and they're very picky about what this can't be. Like, you don't want to go in there like Austin Powers 60s. You'd be like, no.
Oh, they'd kick you out.
Well, not really, but
Get out of here.
First off, it's packed, and all the riffraffs downstairs. People don't have wristbands. Now there's 8,000 wristbands. There's probably another 8,000 just people.
Oh yeah, because there's events going on all over town.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing too. It isn't the wristband stuff. All the major acts are at the Orleans.
But they had some acts downtown Fremont. They had a Double Down had a show.
Next door at the Royal had a couple great bands playing. So it was for the people who didn't have the wristbands. So the whole town turns into this rockabilly thing. Insanity. It was so cool. So we went up Friday night, just kind of walked around. It was sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon, which was killer because the Pabsts were $2. So you had the 16.
I drank so much beer.
We must have gained 50 pounds because we must have had 60 Pabst Blue Ribbons.
The big tall cans because they're only $2.50. So it's like, oh, I'll have another Pabst. And actually, that's what a lot of people were drinking because nobody wants to drink, martinis all weekend.
Oh yeah,
because you're gonna die.
Right. So, and for $2, it was $2 downstairs for a 16-ounce can. They were $3 upstairs with the bands for the regular can. Who cared? It was great. The prices were fantastic for a convention. Outrageous. So we walk into the big hall. There's just some band playing, and they're just destroying it. It's incredibly cool. But then, so what we did, I'll show you some videos of some of the stuff we saw. Saturday, when we got up early. We ran down there because we know it started at noon.
It was the car show.
The car show's open to the public. Like, that's the one thing everybody can go to.
But it's still I think $25 to get in or something like that.
But you've got a ton of vendors. You've got a huge classic car show.
You've got awesome bands again outside.
Free. So you're getting the Ventures. You're getting Dirk Dickinson. You're getting like major acts. Last year was Jerry Lee Lewis played that. This year, the Ventures were like the headliner, but I went for one reason only. And I got some video of one of my favorite guys in the whole world, guitar legend, Dwayne Eddy. Check this out. This was at the car show on Saturday afternoon. That was a 5-second clip. But anyway, that was Dwayne Eddy playing Rebel Rouser, which he's famous for. You've seen Forrest Gump and all that stuff. I mean, he's old guy, great guy, really. I mean, it was so good. Then the Ventures came out. You know, they're from the Hawaii Five-0 theme, Walk Don't Run, Pipeline. They wrote all those songs, so they came out after that.
You used to play all those songs in the surf band you were in.
Yes, I was in the Sin City Surfers. We played like every song they played. That was what we did, including Dwayne Eddy. I was raised on this stuff. My dad was really into this. This was more the surf kind of thing, outside, you know, for the car show, but it's still part of that whole.
It was kind of a hot day.
Wasn't bad.
A lot of people were getting sunburned. A couple people. And I got burned. I got burned 2 weeks ago too. I'm just getting more and more red. Help me.
So they do things like Dwayne. So this is how killer this is. You're like, we see Dwayne Eddy. And then we got to go home and change because we've been out in the sun all day. It's like, oh, and there's Cha-Cha. They're doing a huge national burlesque competition. Like the biggest burlesque dancers. In fact, our favorite burlesque dancer in the world, Coco Electric, I know Scott remembers her, with the best face in burlesque, I would say, was there. We didn't see it because we couldn't go because it was another thing we had to do. They did the burlesque competitions. They did the vintage fashion shows where people came out, and those fashion shows were not kidding around. You had to do the dresses and the skirts and everything, but they had to be actually authentic.
Yeah.
You couldn't have them made. You couldn't buy replicas. They had to be the real deal.
And we'll talk about the pool party later, but they had another fashion show for swimsuits.
Well, I have some footage of that. Check this out. This is at the Tiki Pool Party.
Do you have it queued up right now?
Yes, I think we do. It's a Tiki Pool Party, which already sounds killer.
And give a little twirl to the judges. And it doesn't hurt to give a little shimmy to the crowd out there as well. There you go. Woo!
So there was a on stage what I had what was before.
But you probably should have filmed the actual vintage suits.
Somebody,
these girls are right in front of him. I didn't notice him until like.
Somebody did, but somebody at the network cuts my footage down.
Oh, well then those girls were standing for a while, and then that one drunk guy walked up to them. He's like,
so
"Hello, ladies," and then they all.
I wish I had some booze muscle. Those two girls, those three girls were standing in front of us the whole time. And up on stage was a vintage bikini contest. Now, these bikinis and they have to come out and say where they're from. This is a such and such, whatever, made company, 1954 bikini.
Where they found it.
Where they found it, what it was. I mean, you can't believe how cool these were. But these three girls in front of us, and you got to understand, it's Rockabilly weekend. I don't think there was anybody that had any less tattoos than those girls I just shot. Everybody was tatted and so these girls in front of us, which you got to say the view was pretty good. And then
yeah, you should show that. You should show it again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at the haircut, the tattoos.
And it doesn't hurt to give a little shimmy to the crowd.
I mean, that's just.
Look.
So anyway, so they're standing in front of us.
Stopped. You don't have to look at the girls' butts. If you look in the background on the stage, you can see the girls competing.
Yeah, but who's gonna look at that?
Me.
But then the guy, it's so funny. So this guy comes up to this girl, and they're talking to us because we're all commenting on the bikinis and whatever. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good one. And they're like,
I like the diamond one. Me too.
Yeah. And then here comes Douchey McDouchebag, like, where are your girls from? What do? They all leave. Like, dude!
And a tear rolled down David's cheek.
It's like, oh. Man, then he's sitting there with his paps in front of us. Like, well, you're nothing to look at.
Kicked him in the shin.
Ah.
Jerk.
No.
But back to the suits. So these are vintage suits. These girls have to find these suits, and they have to fit their bodies. But so how the judges, or what they're judging them on is how well it fits them, and then how, I guess,
unique it
is.
Some of them have like several pieces because these are old bikinis. They're not like those girls wearing the string bikinis. These are ones and they have like a skirt that comes off, and there's like they're big wide Lucy type bikinis. But it's like it's really awesome. So it's not a booby contest. These girls are wearing pretty. Mm-hmm. They're wearing a lot.
It was really cool.
Really killer.
I couldn't imagine though wearing somebody else's bathing suit. Really, it's like getting used
But
underwear.
the person's bathing suit you're wearing is like 115 right now. Not that they wore it, but they wore it in like 1957. I'm sure any bad stuff is long gone.
Right.
But the
nothing
tiki
a little
party,
UV light won't kill.
Yeah, but the tiki pool party was killer anyway. Lots of Sailor Jerry was also on sale, so we got $3 Sailor Jerry everywhere.
I would say the booze is actually pretty cheap.
It was. The Orleans was great. So the pool party is just packed. There's hundreds of people out there, all tattoos, girls everywhere. Everybody's got parasols. It was amazing. From there we had like the Guitar Geek Festival, though I didn't even get into that because that was just like, there was too much. Gretsch Guitars was another sponsor.
And they were giving out a Gretsch guitar every
2 hours.
Like 3 times a day.
Yeah, it was like crazy. We entered several times.
Didn't win.
Jiving classes. We learned what jiving was. Can't do it, but I learned what it is. It's that kind of dance where you do the...
Just move your feet.
Yeah, it's like kind of jiving. What else was going on? All night jamming, Beauty Academy. You can learn how to do your hair in all those crazy situations. Burlesque bingo, which we tried to see because our girls were going to be in it, but they were too late, so we couldn't go.
There was just too much to do.
I know, but so we did. But the main thing besides all the girls and the cars and the booze
and the awesome cheap drinks
was the music. That's the reason you're there. So we got a couple bands I want to check out. Blue Collar Combo opened. That's what we saw Friday night. Let's take a quick look at them. That started off the whole weekend for us. Was Blue Collar. And you got to imagine that you turn around, there's 2,000 people all behind us. The floor is jumping because they're all dancing. They're all doing that kind of 50s whatever dance. I don't know how to do it, but they're all doing it because we're here like watching the band like a concert. That's the kind of people we are. Hey, rock on. Turn around. 2,000 people all dancing.
That was crazy.
Together. Not like how we dance. We're like, like we dance over here and you dance over there. No, they're dancing like they're touching and like spinning and like crazy. Then they ended up Saturday night. The headliner in that big room was the Jive Aces, which were insanely cool. I got some footage of the Jive Aces. Check these guys out. I mean, everybody's
You can
singing.
even hear me screeching in the background.
Well, it was, I mean, you can't believe it. I think I have other footage of them. You got to check out the piano player. The guy was
on the right-hand side of the stage.
Yeah, I think I got another footage of them where I just got the piano player doing a solo. But yeah, so you got to imagine, we're watching this, we're like, "Dad, this is so cool," right? And we're like, and I noticed the floor shake, and that's when I think I noticed it. And I turned around, and literally, it's a huge hall, huge upstairs, and it was just people dancing. And the thing was, there were people 90 and people 25 dancing all over. I mean, there was absolutely the most age non-discriminate crowd I've ever seen in my life at that place. There were people that were there at the time, and there's people that are 25. I can't even describe it. In fact, we're watching some other band during the day, because you can just go in, it's bands constantly, all day, all night. You looked at the schedule, there would be bands starting at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it was pretty much like every 45 minutes.
Yeah. They all played 45
They'd alternate in the different showrooms, and they had people downstairs in the restaurants playing, and it's like...
It was insane. So there was one time, it was a little earlier in the afternoon, we looked over, like 7 o'clock at night on Saturday or Friday, I don't know when it was. We kind of got lost in the whole thing. And there were some people getting down, and they had to be 80.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were at least.
Yeah, and it was like, that's when you get the
little fuzzy feeling. Oh, look at them.
It reminds you of that. There's one of the memes online. I think I told you about it. It's like public displays of affection are usually like, come on. There was people making it out in front of us one time.
Yeah.
That was like the most annoying
like,
thing.
Get a room.
Right. But when you're 80, go right ahead. Man, that makes you feel fantastic. You know what?
Big watery eyes.
I like it. Oh, that's so awesome. So then I wanted to just mention Pearls Mahoney. We happened to walk in. I didn't get any footage of it because I spent the whole time like this.
Yeah, it's a chick singer.
It was
really good.
Look up Pearls Mahoney. She had that Patsy Cline kind of Texas swing vibe.
She did a Patsy song. She did
several Patsy. Yeah. And bigger girl, like cute as a button, but just sang like an angel. And the band it was a little more Billy than rock. It was very country, which is kind of what we're more about. I'm more into the more swingy country stuff than the rock stuff. But in fact, the reason we were even at this event at all was I happened to check out one of our favorite artists of all time, Wayne Hancock. And the reason I even went to Viva Las Vegas is I was checking his website 6 months ago. It said he was playing in Las Vegas. I'm like, oh my God, we got to go. And then I looked, it was like, he's playing Viva Las Vegas. So we just bought tickets. Mm-hmm. And I got some footage of Wayne. Doesn't do him justice.
Not the best footage. He looks a little bit red.
But, oh, this is Wayne Hancock. This is why we went to this thing. Favorite artist in the world. It was acoustic guitar, bass, and like a cracked out guitar player.
Oh yeah.
Just got out of prison. These guys are from Texas. And he said he'd been in Texas more. What did we say? He'd been in prison more
times than you can count. And I don't know. I guess he just keeps going back in, and he hires them out for certain gigs.
Yeah,
because it wasn't his regular guitar player.
No, but he was dangerous and cool, and
he was out of tune. His guitar was out of tune the whole time.
He only had 4 strings. He broke 2 strings.
Wayne Hancock broke. He broke his string.
Yeah. And it was amazing. Everybody's singing along. Like I said, he's one of my favorite artists in the last 10 years.
No drummer.
They never do. Oh. But if I have my YouTube channel, if you look at my YouTube channel, which is I Stare on YouTube, my first song is me playing drums to one of his songs because he has no drums on it. So I play along with Tulsa, which he ended the show with. Yeah, one of my favorite artists of all time. Look up Wayne Hancock. But actually, what stole the show. And this doesn't quite do it justice either because you'd have to watch the whole show. But there was a band from Australia called Vula and the Jayhawks.
They were cool.
Let's set this up before I show it. Now, he's wearing blackface.
You're going to say when we saw him going up the escalator?
Well, that was later.
We saw him before he played.
Well, I saw a guy walking up. We're like, what the?
Yeah, it was some guy in blackface.
Blackface with a top hat. But like
white gloves. And we're like, what is he doing?
But he's actually doing like he's got the black tight suit on. He was a black guy, by the way, so it wasn't like he's.
I didn't know that till later, though.
I knew because I could see you could tell by his hair. He had the really good. He had like the braids. Mm-hmm. I was like, I think he's a black guy. But he was wearing a black tight suit with white gloves. He's wearing like a voodoo hat. It was like a top hat with feathers on it.
With teeth like painted on his top hat and 2 feathers.
Blackface and overalls. That's what he was wearing. And we're like, whoa.
And he was crazy. This video doesn't really.
But it's still,
how crazy
they did. I want to put a spell on you, which just destroyed. I've got a little bit.
He was a great friend.
I got a little footage of that. Check this out. We were like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. They did more of that kind of music. They did more like you could have seen that in New Orleans somewhere. It was very, I don't know. They're from Australia.
They had a lot of songs about like, I'll put a bat pod and some centipede bodies and this little stew, and I'm gonna mix it up and drink it.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
They were Vulu and the Jayhawks. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I didn't get any footage of the Ugly Valley Boys from. But we saw 50 bands.
And these are, I mean, and pretty much every band we saw was great. So I'm kind of
quality control of these
bummed
people,
like we missed all these other bands.
I know.
Who knows what we even missed?
And yeah, even like all the bands Thursday. It kills me to even think about all the bands Thursday we missed, all the bands Friday during the day we missed. I mean, we went back. This was one of those festivals that Sunday we went back Sunday for the pool party, and we hung out till way later than we should have on Sunday. Went home, changed, went back for the Elvira thing, which was a bus. She was there, by the way. Elvira. What's her name?
Cassandra Peterson.
Cassandra. God, does she look good?
She is, yeah.
She's got to be 60.
She's found the fountain of youth, I must say.
She's got to be 60, right?
I would think so, like late 50s, early
looks
60s.
Easy, at least. We saw her
in great shape.
Not as Elvira, but just as Cassandra Peterson at the car show signing. She looked amazing. So she did a whole movie macabre night. But it turns out she wasn't there. They just played movie macabre. Like, well, that was.
Yeah, so we kind of walked. Most like I would say, what, a third of the audience got up and left.
Yeah, then we went upstairs and then that's where we caught the Ugly Valley Boys from Utah, and that was a guy with an acoustic guitar, and he played the bass drum and a hi-hat. That's what he did, and had a stand-up bass player. And if you like Tom Waits and you like that like sleazy country, they were so good. Oh my God! I mean, every band, it was like one after another. You're like, could this get better? In the big room, they had like it's called the Big Six. They're an old doo-wop band. I hate doo-wop, so they were good at it, but I hate doo-wop. So I'm like, it's like, well, I wasn't into that.
That's too old-timey.
Too little, yeah, it was just not my thing. But anyway, the whole festival, unbelievable. There's no way we're not going next year. Next year, not only are we going, I'm buying a room. I'm going to get a room.
You better get a room now.
I know, you got to get it. And it's not very expensive. It's a $120 for Friday and Saturday. I think it was like $90 or $60 for Thursday and Sunday. Well, we heard it was on sale now at the Orleans. Killer.
Yeah.
Absolutely must every year. No way. No way I'm not doing that. Unbelievable.
We're getting kind of booked on conventions.
You know what's funny? I thought this when we walked into the car show on Saturday. I thought we need a Foster's. You know, where the oil cans? Because this will be our third or fourth weekend we're at some festival. Outside.
Getting sunburned.
Getting sunburned. It was like the third or fourth week in a row we've been outside loving the festivals. So that was our weekend. We didn't get to cover a lot of Vegas because we were there literally from the second we got off work on Friday till the second we had to go to bed.
Yeah, we drive home, go to sleep, and then wake up and go back.
It was insane. People looked great. Everybody was so nice. And everybody was cool. And
you're like, their hair is also pretty.
Well, no, we thought that when we walked in. I'm like, the older folks here, they're just here gambling. Because there were just the regular Orleans locals that had to be going, the kids today are just so nice. You know, the girls had their hair was perfect. The guys had the slick back and the pompadours. And I mean, everybody looked really good. So there was some riffraff.
I do wonder what people who were staying there thought.
Must have been like,
what the hell's going on?
Because it looks like it looks like old people, but everybody's young-ish.
With tattoos.
I know, and they're all tattooed. So, but we did work on our tattoo designs. So next week we might be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm already, but you might be by next week.
I don't know. What happened in a week?
I don't know. We're going on Saturday to get it looked at. So, but anyway, so to cover something Vegas, so we went back to a place. So anyway, Rockabilly weekend, 10+. A+, absolutely greatest thing I've ever done in the last month.
In the last week.
The greatest thing I did last week. We did go back. We went on Valentine's Day. We met up with the Whitneys and we went to Golden Steer. But before we did that on Valentine's Day, we walked into Red Label Bar. We loved it. We met Dave, the bartender guy there. We love that guy. We're like, we got to come back and do a whole review.
Yeah, we just stopped in really quick, and we plan on coming back and reviewing it.
So finally, last night, we're like, hey, let's go do that. That was your idea. It was a great idea. So we went in there and tried the Red Label. Now, it's right next to Golden Steer. If you know where this is, it's Sahara and the Strip.
It's 332 West Sahara.
In fact, if you know where the world's largest souvenir store is, it's kind of like right next door, right in front of the Stratosphere. That big famous Bonanza souvenir store is right next to that. Went in there, I gotta say, things made a lot of sense last night. to me.
Yeah, so we walk in the door and they said, "Are you here for the concert?" We're like, "Concert? No."
It's a bar. How big of a concert?
And we're like, "What kind of concert?" They're like, "A Bavarian concert." A Bavarian?
But it wasn't Bavarian.
It was Bavarian.
No,
Bulgarian.
It's Bulgarian.
Yeah, that's right.
I kept saying
that. Now
I
you made
kept
me
saying
believe.
Bavarian.
Right, Bulgarian.
Right.
It was a Bulgarian concert.
Right. I need to make one because we can't take this amount of gin home.
That would be a crime.
I know. So real quick, while you're explaining it, I'm gonna freeform one.
So we say no, we're here for the bar. We walk into the bar and there's just like tons of Bulgarians in there.
Not Bavarians.
Not Bavarians.
And not what was the other thing I thought he said?
Bolivian.
Bolivian. Yeah, I was like, they're
That's
not
completely
Bolivians.
different.
Right. I was like, what's going on in here? It was crazy. So
we started looking at the decor.
And it all made sense. That tacky, off the wall,
There's
Eastern
like crazy
European,
gold designs.
lots
and then
of gold
big
and black
fire
lacquer,
thing on the wall.
which we thought was charming before, but now it's like, oh.
And
I get
so
it.
we asked, that's kind of odd to have that kind of concert here. What's going on? They said, oh, the owner is Bavarian. Okay.
She's not. She was Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. Stop it!
So, well, the only reason
and it was supposed to be a famous singer. Supposed to be like
she was the Bulgarian Madonna, as they say.
Yes.
She's Bulgarian Madonna. Like that's, when you're talking to like those Eastern Europeans. The problem we had. Measure.
Measure.
Look at that. We got a dead Tanqueray.
Here, do 5 tablespoons.
I'm gonna do what I think tablespoons look like. 1,
That's
2,
a teaspoon.
3, 4, 5.
Because I have a tighter grip.
That's maybe you do. And how much? And it was the same amount of this. Sorry, I have to kind of concentrate here for just a second.
Orange juice.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. So anyway, my problem with the staff was unbelievably cool. I don't know what her name was, but she went yow a lot.
She went woo,
woo,
woo.
Cute girl, like a young cute girl, MMA fighter.
Well, okay, so she was interesting. We asked, we do a show. We're here to review it, review your bar, and what makes this place interesting. She said, well.
She went wow.
She went wow. She's like Wednesday night karaoke.
Woo!
Wow. Got it, 'cause she's like Wednesday 4 to 12.
Woo!
Wow. Whatever.
And
she said, come back on Wednesdays.
Which is tonight. Which we were going to. We had every intention of doing that.
It's the only day she works because she works at other places too. She said she just got back into the States. She was in Puerto Rico or...
No, somewhere European again.
No.
Bulgaria.
She was in South America somewhere, which is not Puerto Rico. She was somewhere training to be a mixed martial artist.
Yeah, MMA fighter or something or other.
Interesting person.
Yeah, she was, wow!
She's also a go-go dancer, but she's on probation because she's too fat.
She said that, not us.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
She's like, I'm on probation. Anyway.
I think she looks fine, but she's on probation.
I thought she looked fine.
She's got to lose a couple of pounds so she can go dance again.
She was cool. The only problem was,
wow!
So we, here's your drink. Wow! That's better.
Okay.
So anyway, they have a Thai restaurant that just opened the night we first went there on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I don't like Thai food, per se. It's a little boring to me.
I do. I like it.
I don't like that they put things in Thai food you can't eat. Oh, you're saying there's not enough lemon? See, people, this is what I deal with.
You didn't put enough lemon in it.
You got it in your head that there wasn't enough lemon in that.
No, you always need an acid to balance the drink.
Okay. Well, so we tried the Thai food.
That's better. Tastes fine.
No.
Good.
All right. So the Thai food is just like all Thai food. There's big chunks of stuff in there you can't eat. Like it's the lemongrass or whatever. You can't eat that. You got to like put it on the plate. It's not that it's too hot or anything. You can't swallow it.
You could swallow it.
It was okay. The food was okay.
I really liked mine.
The vibe was great. I do like that they give you, what are those things called? Pretzels. Tons of pretzels. The gaming wasn't bad. We put in a 20. We did our thing. We got Jameson and Diet, so you got to hair up something. Said, I want Jameson. I'll follow your lead. Jameson
it was good.
We got 2 Jamesons each. You got a Jameson diet and Jameson diet. You got a Jameson diet and Jameson diet. And then I got like 5 diets because we were eating at the same time. And we ate. We had a great time. The people were coming in. They were all very Eastern European.
Bavarian.
Bulgarian.
It's like David getting last call, right?
So anyway, so they're very. So once we saw the owner, we're like, oh, and it's like, you like drink, right? So like, okay, see, this is what I was expecting. Now it may all make sense. The only problem, I had a great time. I would be back right now.
I like the food. I got tom yum soup and I got it extra. They only have like a scale of 1 to 5 there for the spicy.
That wasn't very spicy.
Which is pretty low, so I said, okay, 5. And it wasn't like, it didn't kill me. But it came out in a really cool bowl. It was this metal bowl with a
flame coming out like
a torch. It was cool.
So
I was quite impressed.
What I didn't like, though, is she goes, it's $16. We go for the food.
Because the food and the bar tab are separate.
And she's like, oh no, it's 16 for them and 12 for me. I was like, well, how could it? We can't. We just lost a bunch of money. It's like, oh, the drinks are $8 a piece.
Normally, so she said I wouldn't complain. I was like, no, definitely not.
But $8 a piece?
Normally, but you know what? They also have Murphy's on tap for $3 and
$3
well and $3 wells. So there is a deal there. We got calls.
Well, yeah, but you have to go during karaoke night to get that.
Well,
or happy hour. Yeah, $8. I was like, it wasn't worth $8. It was worth them $8.
No.
So I might try it again. It's hard to say. We're supposed to
you're not liking Thai food.
Well, it's
quite disappointing.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So it was okay. It was fine. The vibe was great, and Dave the bartender's great, and that girl the bartender are great.
Woo!
Woo! She only works Wednesdays, and she's awesome. But $8 a drink is. I was going to do a whole big thing of what's too much and what do people charge, but it took too much work. Like, I got to figure out what everybody charges for drinks, and it's confusing. I do like $3
Murphy's.
No, $3 Sailor Jerry shots at the Viva Las Vegas.
That's over.
And I can't believe that's what Sailor Jerry tastes like by itself.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like it before.
I don't like it in stuff. I like it by itself. It's
good.
Great.
Yeah, we got a new opinion this week.
I know. You live, you learn. That's what we're all about.
Maybe you just don't mix it in Diet Coke. Maybe there's
that's not. Just get it straight. So, but
that's how we were drinking it. It was just like that's why it wasn't good.
So what we're gonna do now that we've covered our adventure, we're gonna do a whole brand new segment. We're introducing tonight, for the first time ever, world premiere of our new segment called "What's What."
Chicken butt.
Let's do that after Hey Bartender. Let's do Hey Bartender first.
Oh.
But I'm just letting you know that that's coming up. Well, I scratched out the wrong thing on my notes, and then I rectified them on your notes, but not on my notes. So let's do a little segment we call Hey Bartender.
Let's do that.
So this is where we hear from you in emails and or correspondence of any other situation.
I won this week.
Okay.
Just one. It's a good one, though.
Okay.
This is from Steve.
Okay.
He's saying, a few shows ago, you mentioned some kind of tequila festival.
Oh, we did.
He wants to have more details.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. Oh, no, there's more. And where are some good tequila bars in Vegas?
Oh! Well, I got it. That's even better. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Bilingual. Hi.
Are you Bolivian?
That was Bolivian. Cinco de Mayo, Las Vegas Hilton, or Las Vegas Hotel, formerly the Hilton. Lee's Discount Liquor is doing a beer and tequila tasting all that day. We've already got our tickets.
It's from a couple hours only. It's not all day.
Well, but it's like 3 to 8. I mean, it's a long time. That's going to be off of the chain, as the kids say. For tequila bars.
And there's still a deal running right now on Lee's homepage.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Groupon is over.
You guys have to check. I think it's through April 13th or something is when you can get the 2 for $1.
Okay. So go to Lee's Discount
Yeah,
Liquor.
check out the website.
Yeah, that's going to be off the chain. We're actually we're thinking about getting a room because we're going to be in no condition to do anything after 4 hours of tequila.
And beer.
And beer. Tequila bars, though, tons. All the Mexican restaurants here.
What was the one in, where were we? MGM.
Oh, my God, that was great. What was that called? Diego.
Diego, that's a really good tequila bar.
Great stuff. Oh, there's the, 3 to 8. 3 to 8.
Okay, off runs April 12th.
Okay. Yeah, 50, 60
bucks.
bucks.
Which is tomorrow.
Oh, it is. You better do it
Better
now.
hurry up.
The Diego was a great tequila bar. Diablo's, not so much. But a Cananita at Venetian, great. They're the ones that had the infused tequila with the pineapple that they made themselves.
Isla has a great selection, and they've also got the mezcal.
Yep. The best deal still is South Point.
Oh, yeah.
Miguel's Happy Hour at South Point, their Mexican restaurant. All shots are $2. All shots are $2. All shots. That means you can get the anejo, you can get the reposado, you can get the whatever. It's $2 of anything.
Yeah, they don't have everything there, but they've got a pretty good selection.
But you can get the Tres Generaciones anejo for $2.
Or 3Gs, as we call it. 3Gs.
Right, or whatever. You can get the 1800, $3. Patron 18, whatever. I mean, it's all $2.
Yeah.
That's my favorite tequila spot in town. So that would be my.
Hopefully, we'll see some people out at the festival.
The festival. Speaking of that.
What?
Our new segment coming up has something similar to that.
Oh, well, I guess we'll get to that in the next segment.
Brand new world premiere segment. What's What on Vegas Video Network. See, I made like what's
That's so pleasant.
It got bigger. This is kind of a news segment.
Do you have an intro for this one? A real, like a tongue twister?
No, I'm not doing that again. Nope.
Come on.
This is where you find out what's what and what's not the what and what's not. Oh, whatever.
Chicken butt.
And chicken butt. All right, here's where you find out what's what in Vegas for this week.
So
hit me with this. I just threw these on there so you could have to read them on the fly.
Oh, you just like to make me read.
I do. It's sexy.
Okay. So I'm skipping the
I like
first
girls
one.
That read and stuff.
I'm skipping the first one because it's too long to read.
Oh, but that's really good. We're going to do that.
I'll get it later.
Okay.
Okay. So Planet Hollywood restaurant moves.
That was the place that if you watched a couple months ago, we said was the most confusing restaurant bar ever. We couldn't figure out how much drinks were. They didn't know. The Planet Hollywood, not the casino, the restaurant. Moving.
Yeah, so it's after nearly 20 years. Planet Hollywood Las Vegas restaurant at the Forum Shops inside Caesars is moving. The restaurant will soon open on the mall's 3rd floor. It will take up residence in the spot where the former Boa restaurant used to live.
Really?
I'm not sure where that was.
I remember seeing Boa, but the funny thing about I wonder if
are they going to move all that crap?
I'm hoping because I like the theme of that. The bar was the horror bar. It had all the like Evil Dead stuff. It had everything in the bar was all horror.
Yeah, I wonder if they should. I mean, I like the horror theme, but they should probably revamp it, make it a little bit, I don't know, not so dusty.
Right. Well,
put some new props in there.
What's been there for 20 years?
Do like a blade thing or like.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We halfway liked that place. It was just so confusing.
Yeah, well, they were so confused.
They were really confused there, and now, the employees that we had there probably won't be able to find the new place.
Right.
So they might have new things. But no, we'll go. It's going to open right away. So they're already building it. So we liked it. I actually was surprisingly pleased with the Planet Hollywood.
Okay, next little tidbit. Carlos and Charlie's is expected to open April 18th at the Flamingo.
That has got me so stoked. We have been waiting for this for months. We go to the Flamingo all the time. That's where we go to Margaritaville. And that whole section back by the pool has been blocked off for 6 months or whatever, building.
It's going to be nice in the summertime.
Oh, my God. This is another cantina. You know how we love cantinas. This is another cantina. I looked at, like, their whole vibe. And it's all Mexican food, but all kind of done with a lot of cheese and gooeys and potatoes. And, like, it's this big kind of...
It's a big chain. Right.
Not a huge chain. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. They're mostly in Mexico. There's like one in Texas and one in like Florida. But they're all in Mexico. And it sounds wonderful. They're opening like next week.
And they're going to have flair bartenders.
That's not cool, but everything else about it, I'm kind of laid back, casual setting. Guests are free to do as they please as they're entertained by their surroundings, dancing on chairs, comical skit performances, singing, and more. That sounds dorky, but I know what they're going to do, and it's going to be
I can do as I please.
Well, yeah, that's what's cool about it. You walk around, you can just have fun. It's going to be a cantina.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That is big news. We are going to be there often, I'll tell you right now.
Okay, then there's one that's going to be downtown.
Oh, this has got me just excited.
This is a drink and drag lounge.
Lame.
It's supposed to open on May 5th. And you have, I'm not going to say what you said here.
I wrote drink and drag lounge May 5th is going to suck.
No, what's the next thing? Your old boss from blankety blank?
Oh, yeah. My old boss runs this. And
from
he's a
Crave?
jerk. And
From Crave.
And his place is going to fail.
The gay nightclub.
It's going to fail.
Yeah, he's a poor businessman.
Well, I no longer work there because the checks bounce. So this place has been supposed to be opening since December.
Yeah.
They're still not open. I'll tell you why. He doesn't know how to run a business.
Well, it's going to be in the Neonopolis, which is already a bad idea.
I give it 2 months. So let me get this straight. It's drag queens in a bowling alley and a drag queen show.
Food, darts, pool tables, and a drag show.
In Neonopolis. Can you spell fail?
Well, I would have hoped
Run
that
by a nitwit.
Well, when you told me who the owner was, well, it's not going to make it.
No way. There's no way. He's very successful at Crave. It's a very successful club. All you got to do is go in there, hire DJs and go-go dancers, and you're good. This has got food and crap. I wouldn't eat there for $1 million.
Okay.
That's
so it's not going to last.
I give it. It's opening May 5th. It won't open May 5th. I guarantee that. When it opens on June 16th or whatever, it'll be closed by September. Guarantee it. Health department, probably.
Maybe.
I have no faith in drink and drag at the Neonopolis. I have no faith in anything at Neonopolis anyway. Especially this guy. I used to work for this guy for a year. Chat room.
All right.
Well, from Crave.
No, I don't know.
It says, it's his lawyer.
It says Bob Scott online, and it seems to know that the date's been pushed 6 months.
Really?
For that open. I don't know how Bob knows, but
really, it doesn't surprise me. Oh, for drink and drag.
That's what it says.
It's been pushed further beyond May 5th?
6 months.
It says that's been pushed 6 months now.
I got a new prediction. That will never open.
It never will because they've already pushed it 2 times.
They've already pushed it since December. I guarantee. You know what? I take it back. I said they'll be closed by September. By September, we'll know it'll never.
Oh well, so.
And we do know how I feel about drag
queens. You love them.
Let me just say for the record, I like the gays. Some of my best friends are gay. You know who you are. And if you don't, I know who you are. But drag queens, annoying. Just annoying. And they do nothing but lip sync.
Oh, stop it. Jeez.
That's not entertainment.
I find it highly entertaining.
It's going to fail. So.
Well, this particular one. Okay, moving along.
Here's something that will not fail.
Was this running last year, too?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me tell you what it is. It's the International Latin Taste and Music Festival at the Rio.
I'm going.
So it's April 20th through 22nd.
That's week after next.
Featuring international food, drinks, live entertainment, drinks, arts and crafts, drinks. Again, carnival rides and other activities, including but not limited to drinking.
Right. That's from Pulse of Las Vegas. I like how they wrote that. Pulse of Las Vegas, by the way, is one of the best blogs in the world. That's the Harris blog. That was off their website.
So that's not bad. So 2 p.m. to midnight on the 20th.
Right.
And noon to midnight on the 21st, and noon to 9 on the 22nd.
Right.
Tickets are dirt cheap.
$6.
And if you're under 48 inches tall, you get it for free.
Oh man!
That mostly applies to kids, but.
Well, I wonder if not.
I don't know. Well, it says kids.
Oh wow! I don't know if you're under 48 inches.
Is that 48 inches?
Is that? Well.
No.
4 feet. That's 4 feet is pretty tall.
Actually, that is. I guess it's kids only though.
Right. Well, but anyway, so that's going to be killer. So it's International Latin Taste and Music Festival. Latin taste, I'm in. Music, not so much, but taste. Or we are. I'm going to go. We'll go. It's going to be at the Rio. That's another festival for us to go to. I'm in. So
Where
that's
you going?
Be
Where you going?
So we're drinking at that. We're drinking at the New Planet Hollywood. We're absolutely going to be drinking at Carl's and Charlie's, and I'll never have a drink at Drink and Drag Lounge that's never going to open at Indianapolis. So, if you like us, which I'm sure you do, let us know. Write us an email. And you know how you can do that. Pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. That's pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. Tell us how much you love us. We get celebrity cited. I forget to mention that. Like, you know when you have like you're watching TMZ and there was a celebrity site.
We were at the Viva.
Right.
Sitting at the bar.
Oh, big scary guy or whatever.
Big Scary, he walked up to, he's like, hey, Dave, hey guys. He's like,
Tell Scott.
I
texted
like
you.
long hair and a big beard. Oh no, not Gargoyle.
No, not our friend Gargoyle. Yeah.
He said you'd know.
You'd know.
He watched.
Yeah. We got celebrity sighted. Long hair. Yes.
Yeah. Big beard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're sitting at the bar. He goes, hey, you guys, what to do? We're like, yeah, the blue. Like, it was great. Like, woohoo. No, they were great. It was a bunch of, and I always like when we get cited like that.
I like when people walk up and say hi.
Here's what's even funnier, is I got to say, every time we've been recognized, we've been at a bar. We weren't even at the festival. Like,
or we were walking down the alley on the one.
Well, that was something. But we were, or doing something else in the alley.
Oh.
But, hey, quit it, you kids! Hey, David Alicia from Pub Crawl! But no, we're always sitting at a bar, and it's like I always expect people to go like, "Of course you were."
Well, I would hope so.
Well, yeah, that's what you do. So we did pubcrawl@VegasVideoNetwork.com. Check out the other shows. In fact, check out last night's amazing Living in Las Vegas.
That was the longest one ever.
It was like a long episode.
Ever.
I don't know if it was the longest one. I bring the curve up, though, when I'm on.
Yep.
Well, for the long thing.
Tell me about it.
Oh. So, yeah. Wayne brings the age curve down. I bring the length up.
Oh.
It's kind of a thing. Anyway. Also, we're on the Twitter. We're the LV Locals. We tweet everywhere we are. So if you want to catch up with us, you'll see where we are on Twitter. We're the LV Locals. The whole network is Vegas Video Network. iTunes. Leave us a 5-star review. We are the #1 rated bar drinking related Las Vegas podcast and videocast in the world.
Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, but I think we could probably work that out.
I think so.
Man,
I drank enough this weekend.
I know. Both of us, man. What else we got? That you can leave us a message with that little thingy on the right-hand side. Mm-hmm. There's us with cowboy hats from last week. Talking about. See, there's the thing. You just click that and hit start recording.
Look at that.
You probably have to have a microphone connected to your computer, but other than that, like, don't be on like.
You're like, hey, this ain't on.
You're like, like a PC without a sound card or anything. You're like, hey, you guys are awesome.
Why don't they ever play it?
I hate them. They never play that.
They suck.
KSHP every Saturday. Catch the whole network. Also, iTunes, YouTube, Roku. We're everywhere. As Johnny Cash said, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Till next week.
Check out these cool tiki cups.
Yeah, Daddy-O.
See ya.